What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of eBay Business Owners Podcast. Hopefully, this live stream is a little bit better. Let me know in the chat and see if it's any better. Should be better. And if it's not better, let me know. So I'll just do this on a different day. But I wanted to give you guys an update on eBay Open and hopefully some realities that can help you make some more money. So I'm just going to wait to see if people can hear me in the chat, and then we'll go ahead and get started with a bunch of ideas that I got from eBay Open. Better? Looks better? Sounds better? Okay, let's get into it. So first of all, I want to say that I'm truly blessed and grateful that I was able to help so many people with some economic empowerment. I'm really into helping people improve their lives. That's why I changed my theme to daily refinement. Had a great event after the fact with the Blind Center. It was very, very cool walking around a $1 million eBay facility. I've never done that before. I've never been to a store that does that. I know a few people individually that are almost there, but I've never looked at an eBay operation before with that many employees. And it was super inspiring to meet stores that have 100 employees, stores that have 150 employees. And right off the bat, I want to just say something very interesting that I found, which was it is very hard to exceed 1,000 or 2,000 units per person. And that's just an interesting model that I was looking at. There was a gentleman running a golf store that did 10,000 units per month, and he had 10 employees. Some companies are doing 15,000 a month with 12 or 13 employees. And for myself, selling 1,000 to 2,000 items per month with like 1.5 employees. So right there on the number, it's interesting to look at the scale, right? So the way to get it closer to 2,000 items would be to have more replenishables. And if you're selling a lot of one-off items, you are going to need more help. But it was cool to see that you can grow as big as you want or as small as you want. It's inspiring because a lot of times when you're on social media, on YouTube, you hear a lot of people complaining and you don't hear a lot of people doing well. So it's nice to see people who are doing well. You guys know Prince, my boy. I don't know how he didn't win because we had all these social media people voting for him. But I want to talk about the winners for just a second, specifically You Pack and Ship. She has an Instagram. It's awesome. And it was truly outstanding to watch her on stage. She has like 100,000 square foot warehouse, tons of employees, and not just regular employees, but employees that have had a history of addiction, right? So they wouldn't maybe are felons or criminal history, may not have had the ability to get a normal job, but they can work for her in her eBay store. And it's very inspiring because she has a enterprise big enough that she can actually hire people who are maybe down on their luck, provide economic empowerment for them. And they showed her on this big ranch style home. And I was like, damn, this is so cool. Like usually people hate on people with money, but she's doing well and embracing it. And she was the eBay Shine Award winner. So she kicked ass. So I love seeing women kicking ass. I love seeing people who have a difficult situation. She had a daughter that struggled with addiction. So very, very great story. Prince is only 25 years old, so not too worried about him. He'll be fine. What's up, Shay? I know I am actually moving towards a more bougie look, just because it's fun and I like having both, sort of the quick and dirty method that I like to do, and also a really fancy, beautiful way of looking at it. Speaking of You Pack and Ship, Elisa, thanks you for bringing them up again. A lot of people have ordered from her, right? I also met another Chinese seller, Lucky Sell Inc. And this gentleman was super cool. And he showed me a bunch of different ideas. He showed me a store, and he does roughly $2 million a year on eBay, right? So $2 million a year on eBay. I was looking at how his employees run, his warehouse works, and he's in Chicago, right? So $2 million was awesome. But he told me that he's struggled with eBay, right? Because eBay is now offering free returns. They're offering free shipping. So they're really, really into the buyer. So the three things that they are moving are free shipping, free returns, and 3-day total shipping. Okay, so that hurt him a lot because of the volume that he's doing. He has now a larger amount of returns, right? So all the extra customer service, all the processing of the returns, it costs more money because he also he's bought into the fact that he needs to use promoted listings in order to sell things. Okay, so all these extra costs, and this is the dirty truth about eBay: sellers have to pay for it. Okay, so we have to pay for it. We are paying for free shipping, free returns, promoted listings, and to guarantee shipping within 3 days. That's the dirty truth that you guys need to understand. And it's not going to change. It's going to keep moving that direction. When the CEO was talking, he was just saying that we are moving towards trying to move from 177 million buyers on eBay to 500 million buyers on eBay. That's a lot. It's a big change, guys. He's trying to triple the amount of people who use it, right? So eBay is doing tons of marketing, including free shipping, free returns. You can return whatever you want, whenever you want. That's what they're going to do because they want people to shop on eBay. Okay, so like there's no reason to fight this. You want to adapt like Lucky Sell Inc., who competes with You Pack and Ship, and they're saying her name is Connie. She's very cool, and she has these tattoo poly mailers, which are really excellent and beautiful. I should actually get some to support the cause. Very, very cool. But Lucky Sell Inc., this guy was selling cell phone accessories. He's one of those Chinese sellers that everybody hates, right? But he seemed like a very nice guy to me, and he was ordering so many shipping materials and poly mailers and stuff. He was just like, why don't I just order a container of these from China? I'm sick of, buying them every couple of days. So he orders a container and figures out, wow, I can actually sell this myself. So even though his company is called Lucky Sell Inc., most of his business right now is shipping supplies. So you never know where you're going to start and where you're going to end. And I think that that's cool. This guy was able to basically switch up his business and be fine. And he wasn't like, he just basically found a way to adapt and change, which I think is awesome. Yeah, thank you so much, Side Hustle. If you guys would hit the like button, that would help me a lot. It helps people find the show. But I also want to talk about this Lucky Sell guy for just a second. He told me he was a little bit frustrated with eBay, so he tried something new. What he tried was Amazon. So it took him 10 years to get to $150,000 a month. Okay, 10 years to $150,000 on a month on eBay. And it took him only 4 months to get to $150,000 on Amazon. That is scary, guys. Can you imagine that? It took him 10 years to build the same thing on eBay that only took him 4 months on Amazon. Now, he said it's a little bit unfair because at this point, he already knows how to do e-commerce. He already has wholesale accounts. And so it's a matter of just shipping it into Amazon. But he was like, wow, can you imagine? The 150,000 he makes on Amazon is so much easier than the 150,000 on eBay because he's like, it's very difficult for me to do eBay because I have to handle all the customer service and do all the work. Hey, 10 of Hearts, why don't you refresh the feed? I'm not sure why you can't hear me, or somebody put in the chat to refresh. They can't hear me apparently, but it only took 4 months to reach the same volume. And he said the main reason is because the extra time that it takes to do customer service, free shipping and free returns. Because what you're doing is when you're trying to do guaranteed shipping, you have to spend some time trying to figure out how to get it to the customer on time, right? You also have to move to the middle of the country. For the most part, you should be in the middle of the country if you're trying to provide that 3-day service. I 100% agree that customers want items in 3 days or less. They don't want to pay for shipping and they don't want to pay for the returns. That makes sense to me. Okay, so I'm going to embrace that. I also had a bunch of big sellers sit down with me and go over my numbers, and they're like, dude, why are you even worried about returns at all? Because your returns are under 5%. That's industry standard. Just move on. Just pay for them. And I was just doing the math. At the level that I want to be at, it's really negligible. The amount of returns is not really that much. It does sting every time it happens, but again, it's not really worth my time to try to figure it out or fight it. It's just better to be bigger, in my opinion. So for me, my adaptation is going to be to add more platforms, right? That's the biggest takeaway I got from eBay Open, guys. Hopefully you guys are writing this down. But there are so many people that sell on 10 plus platforms. Now they leverage technology, they leverage employees, they leverage help. But think about this. There's another clothing seller that I met that has 10,000 brand new items for sale. And a bunch of people in the chat I met at eBay Open, including Wade, who's super cool and much cooler in person. Just kidding. He's cool online too, but way cooler in person. She has 10,000 brand new items in her store that are all replenishable. Items like socks, underwear, coats, jackets, generic stuff, nothing really fancy, no good brands. And she sells 30,000 items a month. That's incredible, guys. And she basically said each time she adds a platform, it adds a couple thousand to that 30,000 amount, and now she's just built it from 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, but she hasn't sourced anything new. So that's exciting for people out there that don't want to keep finding new stuff. This family, mom and pop shop, with me, they watched their first YouTube video. Isn't that insane? We're talking about, I will get their name and put it in a different video in the future, but a couple, they built a $5 million eBay business without watching one YouTube video. They just figured it out. And they don't understand social media at all. They're like, what? We were watching Rally Roots live, and they're like, what is this? This is so crazy. These people resell. Why are they telling people our secrets? Like it was just, they're just out there doing it. They didn't even get any help. They're just figuring it out, improving day over day. I just thought it was cool that you don't necessarily need the best product if you just have high traffic. You optimize each platform. You add Mercari, you add Tradesy, you add Poshmark. You keep adding the different things side by side. Amazon, and if you have brand new items, Amazon's going to be a really, really good place for you. And I just think it's cool. They have a brick and mortar. They open wholesale accounts, and they keep going. And I was just like, wow, that is so cool. And a lot of people have been asking, how can I use social media to make more money? How can I use social media? Do I have to rely on it? When these gigantic companies that eBay open, they don't use social media at all. They don't even know how to log on. They have never tweeted. They've never watched a single YouTube video. Even the lady BHFO, Stacy, I forgot her last name. Maybe somebody can put it in the chat. But Stacy, she started her eBay business by just reading a book called eBay Millions, right? Which I have to go buy now and check it out. But I just think it's funny that before we have all the social media and all this free information, people just figured it out. And the basic summary of how to build an eBay business is not rocket science. What you do is you get a commercial space so you can start opening wholesale accounts, right? And you create an LLC or an S Corp, so you're a company, and then you just start ordering, and then you just start adding different platforms and sell the same stuff over and over and over again. That's the generic, what 99% of the people who do over $1 million on eBay do. So if you want to make $1 million on eBay, it's probably wholesale. It's probably lower margins, 20%-ish, and that's just the normal dream. Now, if you are like You Pack and Ship or DIY Mike 702, DIY Mike's really cool. I'm sure that you guys have seen you guys have seen his YouTube channel. He's done $3 to $4 million of business on eBay, and he does $1 million a year and 300,000 profit by himself. One of the cleanest operations I have ever seen, right? Very cool. He mentioned to me a tip, which was I'm going to try, which is stamps.com and ShipStation. He connects those two services because eBay shipping service is not that great. So he uses his own. So he's like, it costs more money to use ShipStation and stamps.com, but it's worth it because the eBay system is about 1 minute to print a label, and it's about 5 seconds to print a label on ShipStation because you can save different settings, which I thought was great. That's what I wanted in eBay's new shipping system was, why can't I just select profiles? I only ship things 5 different ways. Why can't I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, print all of them, instead of trying to figure out the multi-item shipping tool is complicated because it's all these columns. And it seems like it shouldn't be that difficult. It's so not difficult that on Poshmark, they just email you the label. Like, that's so obvious to me. If you set up a shipping profile of, a business profile of padded flat rate envelope, why do I have to do anything? With the padded flat rate envelope, it should just be able to download the label, right? And they're now creating new penalties. So if you say you're going to ship priority and you ship first class, then you get a penalty. But why even allow someone to ship first class if they say they're going to ship priority? Why don't you just automate that whole process for us and make it easier? And that's the part I'm most disappointed about with eBay Open. What's up, Lauren? Lauren, great to see you as always. The part I was most disappointed with eBay Open is that they did not improve much for sellers. They didn't really improve anything, to be honest. There was not like, oh, well, this is difficult for you guys to use, so we changed it and now it's a lot easier. I didn't hear a lot of that. I know they created multi-user, which is very exciting because now I don't need to use remote access. I was having people log into my computer to do things. I actually still do that, but instead of remote access, I can just give them a different password with different rights. And now they're promising that by Q1 next year, which is awesome, right? But I didn't hear really any major changes for the seller side. All the major changes were to improve the buying experience, which I have no problem with. I'm just saying it was a little bit lacking. It would have been nice to have like a, this is what we have now for you guys, and have a big cheer in the audience. But during the opening, what they actually released was stuff like 10-day or $10 free shipping stuff that they're going to try to use to get millennial buyers to come onto the platform. And everybody in the audience just rolled their eyes, because they're like, how do we sell stuff for $10 free shipping and make any money when it's not even like you sell for $10 free shipping and it's not competitive. It's extremely competitive. So you're entering a market that's already flooded with items that are $10 free shipping. You have to pay for free returns and do all the customer service related with the cheap product. It's very different, guys. The people who are pickers and out there finding really rare, cool stuff, and people get it in the mail and they're super excited, that's so different than trying to sell commodities. And any little defect, people want to let you know. I just sold an Eddie Bauer jacket, what I consider just a normal commodity item. And the lady was like, well, there's a small, what appears to be discoloration on the sleeve. What should we do about this? And I said, can we try washing it? And if it doesn't wash out, then we'll go ahead and I'll issue a return label and you can send it back to me. She said, no problem. And she washed it. And she came back and she said, well, the discoloration is almost gone, right? But I'm a little bit unhappy with the quality of the jacket. So I said, oh, no problem. I'll go ahead and take a return. And then 3 days later, she said, you know what? I've worn the jacket for another 3 more days. It's better than I expected. So I'm just going to keep it. Right. This is, I have to feel that customer service for this person. And that's just like unbelievable with the amount of stuff that we need to go through, when it should just be automated. I think she should just be able to click a button if she's not happy, issues the return for her. And I'm working on that right now. Right now, the only reason why I don't do that is because I want to make sure to upload the label. I just want to make, like, for example, I want an opportunity to answer because I don't want frivolous returns. But I do like actually, I'm stuck between a hard rock. What is it? A hard place. I'm stuck between 2 difficult situations right now, because I really want to make sure they're not just trying to get a return for no reason. And I also want to make it as easy as possible so I don't have any customer service. Right. So it's like kind of a tough situation. That's true. Lisa was saying she probably wants me to issue her a partial refund, and I didn't offer that. All I said was, return it or not. What's up?
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Actually, this is super true. So Amazon Seller 99 says, as we grow, it's very necessary to use third-party systems. That is across the board the advice that the big seller said. If you want to grow really big, don't use anything that eBay makes or produces, because eBay is designed to create a marketplace and collect fees. It's not designed for sellers, really. Like, it's designed for buyers and to collect fees. If it was designed for sellers, they would be focused on stuff like, welcome to eBay Open. What we're going to do is make the billing system really clean for you guys. Right? They didn't say that. Or like, we're going to make listing a lot easier, or we're going to make research really easy. But more, eBay Open was way more focused on what are we going to do for the buyer. So it's definitely different. You want to use stuff that's geared for shipping, like ShipStation or the third-party systems that help you list more. I'm actually not an affiliate of any of those programs, but I am going to try Stamps.com this week. What's up, Swamp Picker? Oh, between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, I want to make my returns as easy as possible, but I also want to make sure they're not returning it for no reason. I just said 2 difficult situations, but it's actually a rock and a hard place. Thanks, guys. How's my Amazon FBA book sales going? Great, especially since in my Patreon group, Jack is talking about hiring a VA to do eFlip. I really like that idea because I want to sell, just to give you guys my goal, I want to sell 100 items a day for $20 profit. So if I can use VAs to help me source books that are $20 profit, that's a win in my game. So it's going well, slowly growing. I'm learning. I really want to do a VA that's searching eFlip for me for $20 books. And I just think that's a great way to add on, especially since eBay Open has me super excited about Amazon, as weird as that sounds. Yeah, the vegan flipper says it feels like a huge sales pitch for their new systems. Yeah, it's true. Buyers like to borrow clothing, then get their money back with a return 2 weeks later. That is true. I like the idea. I think Ashley in the chat, we were talking about a hang tag. I don't know which Instagram seller she was talking about, since I'm trying to use social media as little as possible right now. But she said that there's a person that puts a hang tag on their clothing items, and then it says if removed, you can't return it. So I don't know. I'd like to do that and attach it to somewhere, but I don't want to damage the garment. So I don't know how to actually pull that off. But I like that idea. Let's see. You got your first negative feedback because the shoe's ripped after wearing a couple of weeks. You can probably get that removed, Ron. That's BS. Just keep calling until that one gets removed. I had that exact thing happen, and they actually refunded both of us. So keep calling and complaining, and they will hook you up. Big Apple Thrift. That's what's up. So Big Apple Thrift, shout out to her. Let's see. You do that on new tag items. That's a great idea. Nike Kobe's. Damn, that's a horrible situation. I can't believe Nike is ripped after wearing it for a couple of weeks, but that's not your fault. That's like a product defect. Technically, though, that falls under your guarantee, because it can be like it broke within an acceptable time, and you might have to eat that. But I'm pretty sure eBay will side with you, especially since you pay a lot of fees. You had one on pants. Yeah, it does work. It definitely works. Paul, what's up? eBay will not back you if you do the tag thing. Yeah, I agree. Especially if I don't know how to attach the tag without damaging the garment, because I don't like the price gun things that shoot the plastic thingy through it. What are those things called? Whatever that process is. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. And I am aware that Jenna does this. Jenna is empty hanger. Her stash looks like this. This is like some brutally efficient stuff. Now, these bins, guys, are actually way bigger than I thought. Like, they're pretty big, right? But they fit on the shelves actually better than these plastic guys. These are the same shelves. I think they fit probably 10 to 15% more stuff in them. And if I were to set some dividers, if I put some plastic dividers, they would slide in and out like a drawer. Now, the only thing I don't like about these is the lid, right? The lid is harder to get off. Maybe I'll just get rid of them. I don't know. What is eFlip? eFlip is just a program that helps you find good deals to flip books. Zip tie the buttonhole. That might be a good idea. Bands like these cardboard bins are from IKEA. So shout out to Jenna. She's the one that gave me the idea for making it. Right now, this is the biggest problem in my life. First world problems. How do I put these numbers on these bins and have it look beautiful? I want to be like totally Instagrammable with this. They are very stylish. Although I do think you would get vertigo and have to pass out if my entire warehouse had these stripes in it. You'd probably pass out from being dizzy. Just put a lid on the bottom to protect the box. That's true. You got off colors. I like Tyvek wristbands. The dimensions on these boxes are 22 by 14. Can you guys hear me? 22 by 14 by 14. Somebody type that in the chat. 22 by 14 by 14. And the other one, these ones are 23 by 16. Wait, 23 by 18 by 12. Actually, I'm just making everything up at this point. 23. Okay, 23 by 18 by 12 is what these are. Yeah, what's up? What's up with the likes? Wade is right. Everyone smash the like button. Let's see here. Pingla, that's right. Do I recommend Amazon FBA for a newbie? Yes, prudent gal. I recommend you get into Amazon as soon as possible. In fact, if you just started, I think you should only do Amazon. I might be, and even though I'm an eBay guy, just Amazon is just so much bigger. Like, just slowly learn how to do Amazon. eBay is your backup. 23 by 18 by 12. Thank you. 23 by 18 by 12 versus 22 by 14 by 14. Perfect. my net profit goal is $20 and 3,000 or 100 sold a day. So I'm putting it out into the universe right now, live on YouTube. By next year, I'm going to sell 100 items a day at $20 profit on average. What's up, Mary? So we're all about what's it called? The secret. Everyone hold hands and let's be the secret right now. I want 100 sales at $20 average profit. I want 100 sales at $20 average profit every day. It's all about the secret. Speaking of the vegan flipper, what happened to eBay vegan? Does anybody know what happened to her? Let's see. Orbital Search Group I think that's Bill. You're down 40% over the last 30 days. That is normal. My sales are down 4% over the last 30 days, but my store is 20 to 30% bigger. Okay, so way bigger, about the same sales. So I'm already feeling it start to pick up before school. I am going to Europe for 10 days, which is going to screw up my eBay store. But before I leave, I'm planning on having a second employee in place. And James did a great job shipping for me while I was gone. So great job, James, hooking me up, doing a great job shipping. He didn't screw up one order. So my processes are pretty clean. I'm excited for that. Now, guys, you guys ready for a super hack? Super crazy. It's not a crazy hack, but just something that I really like, which is I actually tried to apply for BHFO. Okay, so BHFO is the largest eBay company, right? 45 million. And so I was like, okay, here's the secret. I'm going to do some recon and see. So I started looking. And so they have a few positions at their company, which are the same positions that I'm looking for. So one of the positions is receiver. So the receiver takes the item, enters in the cost of goods sold, the item specifics, where it came from into the system. So they receive product to get it ready for listing. And it's $10.98 an hour. Okay. So it's $11 an hour, guys, for basically straight data entry. Items are coming in, they're putting it in there. So that's one. The second one was listing. They list on dozens and dozens of platforms. So somebody's plugging that information into probably Channel Advisor. I would guess Channel Advisor is their system for doing stuff. So they put whatever that data is into the thing and shoots it out. Then the next person is the shipper. And the shipper is cool. The items come to you from their giant robot. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. My audio shows like it's lowering. The items come to you because they have a robot, and then you pick it up to make sure it's the right item. And on the screen, it has a picture of the item, so you can compare. Is it the right item? You put it in the envelope, you put it on the conveyor belt, and it goes out. So you don't actually move as a shipper at that company. Let's see. What's up, guys? No, I still have my glasses. I just don't sell them. Am I going to be proposing in Europe? Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be proposing there. That's a little bit cliche, but it's coming. I'm coming. It's got to do that. I'm getting on that boat. Married and buried. I actually said that on stage at eBay Open. I was like, one of the secrets for all of these big ballers that I'm meeting is they have big families. So maybe if you have a lot of pressure, you just start hustling more. Vision board. That's right. Let's see. You can't work for less than $20 an hour. I know. They pay $10.98 an hour. $10.98 an hour is not very much. But I was looking at Glassdoor because you can look at people's reviews of working there, and they're like, this place is pretty cool, but it's just a job, not a career. And that makes sense because how can that turn into a career? There's just you at the bottom and then them at the top. There's two levels of ownership in these kinds of companies. I know, right? These are totally the boxes from Empty Hanger. Let's see. Propose at the Eiffel Tower. That is the most cliche thing ever. Daniel, thank you for the super chat at $1.99. We did have an awesome Airbnb, and I was able to swim every morning. It was 102 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning. Vegas is hot as balls. 1098 is a lot better in Iowa than in California. That's true. That's true. 1098 is a lot more there than it is here. You have a physical location. What type of accounts would I recommend I try to open? I would try to open the accounts that I would try to open accounts that are local first for me. I try to pick wholesalers that are local. You have to prove that you have a good store. That's really the main thing. They're going to look at your store and watch how you move inventory. And if you suck at selling things quickly, they're not going to sell you anything because they don't want to waste time selling product to people who don't move it quickly and for high dollar amounts because you're actually degrading their product. They only want to work with people who sell stuff fast, right? So if you're not doing a really good job with your store, that's your resume. If you show people I have a really good store, they're going to sell you everything they have because they know that you're going to reorder and do a good job. If your store sucks, they're not going to wholesale you anything. So make sure that's why it's been easier for me because my store matches my email. So it's easier for them to see. Wow, Wade lost 5 pounds. Wade, were you up or down on the tables? I was up $400. Not bad for eBay Open. Duncan is in Germany, right? Oh, Sydney. Wow, way off. I thought he has workers in Europe. So, Duncan, I am going to visit because I did meet, I can't remember his name. I did meet an Aussie and he wants to restart my Australian reseller chat. So if you guys are in Australia, email me at chris@dailyrefinement.com so we can get that Australia thing going again. I want to talk about Gumtree or whatever the Craigslist equivalent is there. That was really fun. From the suit. That's right. Did I go shopping at thrifts in Vegas? I did not. I should have, but I didn't. All I did was network for 5 straight days. I didn't, that was one thing I wanted to mention. For the people that went to eBay Open and only hung out with their friend group the entire time, that's a big mistake. You can do that outside of eBay Open. When you go to eBay Open, you should meet as many sellers as you can. Right? I was meeting people at the airport. I was meeting people at the blackjack table. I was meeting people in the conferences. The people who look like they haven't slept in 10 days, those are probably the big entrepreneurs that you want to talk to. Like I asked this guy, what does it look like to run a 7-figure business? He's like, probably late nights by yourself. That's what 7-figure stores look like. It's not that glamorous, but like, he's like, that's who you should be looking for. People who haven't slept in days. Those are probably the people that are finally taking a break from their store. You're looking forward to Posh Fest in October? Yes. If you guys are still looking for a place to stay for Posh Fest, I still have room. I reserved 10 rooms for Dallas. And I didn't talk about it for a while, but I'm back on the Poshmark train. I never was off it, but I've been talking more about eBay because of eBay Open recently. What percentage of ROI do I get on my average ROI is 27%, including rent of $2,000 and my one helper. Net 27%. Yeah, that's true. I have to bring a lock. I heard that you can't do that anymore because it makes the bridge really heavy, but maybe I will do that. I don't really like the super cliche stuff. I would rather propose in a secluded place that not everyone does it at. Just me. I'd rather propose at a coffee shop that we normally go to than the Eiffel Tower. I don't know though. Maybe you're supposed to do it at the Eiffel Tower. Is DIY Mike a cool guy? DIY Mike is awesome. I was like, Mike, what's on the horizon? Are you getting married? Like, what's up with you? And he's just like, I just don't like people. I just like being by myself. I have 7 cars. I have lots of money. My eBay store kills it. I ship 66 orders a day by myself. I'm just in my own world. And I'm just like, that good for you, bro. That is awesome. And I can't imagine fulfilling 66 orders a day by yourself. That's cool. That is cool. Yeah, they cut off all the locks. But yeah, guys, does anybody have any questions about eBay Open? Why don't you go ahead and throw that in the chat and I'll go ahead and check it out. Wayne is asking about where DIY Mike sources. So what he did was he worked at home and then it went from his bedroom and then it took over his kitchen and then it took over the garage. And then he was trying to get wholesale contacts for auto parts because DIY Mike sells car parts. And they're like, nope, you can't open a wholesale account until you have a brick and mortar. So he saved up, he purchased a brick and mortar, or I mean, he rented a brick and mortar space, started opening up wholesale parts for basically the cars that he owns. DIY Mike is really smart. When people asked, hey, what is the biggest mistake that you made? He actually said, I haven't made any really big mistakes at all. I stay in my lane. I sell what I know, and I wholesale what I know. That's it. I don't sell things I don't understand, and I don't sell things for no profit. I only sell things for high profit in what I know. His whole store, you guys can look at it. It's DIY Mike or DIY Tuning 702, whatever. You guys can Google it. His store is public. He just sells 1,000 items. He has 1,000 items in stock and sells 2,000 per month by himself. Very, very cool. He also does made in USA. So I don't know if you guys even thought that was an option. And he was like, what? Because I'm Asian, I order stuff from China? No, I have it made here by myself. And he does it in small batches. So he's a really, really cool guy. Will Nike ever come after you for selling their shoes on eBay? Unlikely, unless you sell counterfeit shoes or you post stock photos. I haven't heard of one person have a Vero complaint from Nike for using their own photos and taking detailed photos. If you take 12 detailed photos of shoes, it's very difficult to sell a fake with that many photographs for people to verify. So there's no reason for them to come after you. That's my opinion. Yes, Gretchen. So she is asking if they only want white plain backgrounds. I went to the Google seminar, and that was my most popular post from eBay Open, which was how does Google want the titles written? It's on my Instagram, so if you guys want to check it out, go to my Instagram. Maybe I'll repost a link to it in the chat below so you can see exactly what Google's looking for. But they're looking for white or transparent background. Those are the two things. And they're going to start not including it in search results if it's not white. Right now, they still do. If you search on Google for an item, even if you don't have a white background, it'll still show up in the back, right? But they're going to try to change that. So it's only white or transparent. And really the main reason is they want to save space. It just takes up a lot less space when you have a transparent background. And they only want a single item. So if you're selling an item, don't take a picture of 10 of them in a beautiful arrangement, just one of it. One item, transparent background, simple title. They're saying, I misheard it. I said 7 to 9, but it's actually 70 to 90 characters is what they care about. But they are going to truncate the title to whatever they feel like. So you might write Nike Air Force One Obsidian Volt 649622-001 size 9, and they might shorten it to Nike Air Force One 9. Without you doing anything. They may just shorten your truncate the title on Google search. So don't be surprised to see that shortened version on Google. It's already happening now. If you search for some of your items, you can see what it looks like. Awesome. Thanks, Mary. Mary is the best. Mary took care of me. I had a really, really rough night on Thursday, so I felt like an 18-year-old child at his first frat party. I don't know what happened to me. I was basically drinking all week, but somebody gave me a whiskey and Coke on Thursday, and it totally wrecked me. So luckily, Mary took my phone and my wallet, so I didn't get in too much trouble, and she gave it back to me at the event the next day. So pays to have great friends, guys. There's also a picture. There's probably a lot of pictures on Instagram of me laying on the ground. Not my proudest moment, but it's good to have good friends who take care of you when you are under the influence. Yeah, DIY Mike is very inspiring. And again, this is only for Google Shopping. Google Shopping ads have a very strict criteria, but it's interesting because Google said what they wanted, and then afterwards, eBay had an awesome opportunity to come in and say, yes, this is what Google wants, and this is what we want. So try to merge those two together. But what eBay said after was, thanks for coming. Crickets. There was no eBay explanation of what they wanted. It was only a Google ad experience. I know, it is Vegas. Vegas happened to me for sure. Man, whiskey destroyed me. I don't get it. And I think it's because I don't drink soda, and the extra sugar really messed with me. I don't know. Do you guys drink sugar? I usually don't drink sugar. I only drink tequila and beer. So beer is a little bit shaky. And I'm drinking more hard alcohol these days as I get older, but I don't get it. Alpha Stars, what's up? Yeah, I mean, I can't believe how toasty I was. I literally had 3 people because Prince was trying to get me into the Uber and he couldn't do it by myself because I'm a big guy, so he had to call in reinforcements. Not my proudest moment. You tried gin at happy hour on Wednesday, took 1 sip and said nope. Yeah, I like gin's all right for me. Tastes like pine needles. Hey, what's up, Ryan and Allie? Yeah, I was feeling super, super toasty. Ryan and Allie are super awesome in person. It's great to meet them again. And it's really cool to meet eBay employees and see that they really do care. I know it feels like eBay doesn't care, but Amazon is not having these type of conferences and listening to people. They're not having panels. And you guys have to understand, eBay really needs to get more buyers on the platform. Like, people are complaining about eBay not doing a lot for them. When you look at the big stores, they're taking responsibility for themselves and making their own software. They're using stuff like Channel Advisor. No one that's big on eBay really uses anything that eBay produces. Yes, so within the next year, TerraPeak will be integrated in the Seller Hub, so they said, after they acquired them. They actually moved TerraPeak from Canada here to the Bay Area. So TerraPeak is here now. So if you guys have any questions, we can ask them directly. You switch from hard alcohol to beer in your old age. Wow, not the case. I do like beer still, but I like tequila the most because there's no carbs. Keto all the way. Actually, I can't 100% do keto, but apparently there are no carbohydrates in tequila, so doesn't count. That's true. I should be a wine drinker where I live, but not quite there. I have plenty of time to learn wine right now. I still like getting lit with my friends. Yeah, eBay really does care. They're really big and confused, and they're trying not to be left behind by Amazon. So they do care. It's just, and also if you guys want to reach out, Brian, Alan, and Doug are awesome, and they are all about helping you host community meets, and they will come help you, and they will give you swag. If you want to host an event, they can give you a whole bunch of t-shirts and water bottles and stickers to give away to your crew. They will try their best. And okay, I'm spoiled. In the Bay Area, we go to the meeting all the time. So there's like, we have a meeting at headquarters every single month, right? So we go there, and it, outside of California, it's kind of a roast session. Brian and Alan, they'll go there and people will just say like, eBay is broken. I hate paying for all this stuff. I don't want any change, but I want it to be better. And but there's like nothing that these people can do except for relay the message. It's very tough. So I don't know, because one of the best questions that was asked in the Q&A session was, okay, this is great. We have all these people, all these influencers. They're collecting all the data. How are you guys going to implement the changes that these guys want? And Mohan, who's the director of Buyer, he was like, okay, we need to be more proactive in letting you guys know how we're attacking this. Like, you guys might ask for 10 things, and even if we don't do all 10 things, we just give you guys an idea of what we're doing, a little bit more transparent on what we're working on, then you guys will feel better. And that's true. So we don't, if we ask for 10 things and get one thing, it's better than nothing. So at least we need to start organizing that and getting it to them. And eBay's doing crazy stuff. Like, I don't know the exact details of this program, but it might have me change my entire life, which was they're trying to make it so that there are no final value fees for certain influencers. So like if you're Kylie Jenner and you're bringing in millions of dollars on Shopify, they might say to Kylie, hey, why don't you sell your makeup, your lipstick stuff on eBay, and we won't charge you a final value fee. Now, I don't know how that doesn't even make sense, okay? But I would like them to do stuff like that. That's innovative and different. That sets them apart from Amazon. Because right now, this is what I hear: we have guaranteed shipping. What's up, Scott? Scott's awesome. He gave me the name 10K on the Bay. But let's see. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. A development roadmap. That's basically what we want. So they're gonna try to do that, and it's just hard. Like, people were saying, oh, the eBay community boards are dead. You guys should just get rid of them, and they're not dead. There's 2 million people every month that look through those archives and look for information there. Like I said, the $5 million eBay store that I sat next to during eBay Radio, they had never watched a YouTube video before. Their first one was Rally Roots. Their first YouTube video was with me because Ryan and Ali went live in the eBay studio, and they're like, "What is this YouTube thing?" And I showed them, and I chatted, and I was like, "Ryan looks awesome today," and Ryan was like, "You look awesome too today," and they're like, "He can see that." Yeah, it's crazy. So they didn't even know about YouTube. So I want Kylie Jenner to sell her stuff on eBay so people can be excited about eBay. Guaranteed shipping. Oh yeah, it's just guaranteed. People want guaranteed shipping. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. The stuff that eBay is coming out with is worse than other platforms. For example, there is no competitive eBay shipping advantage, which is honestly embarrassing. When you ship something to Amazon for FBA, they give you really ridiculous discounted UPS rates to get it in there, right? When you ship on Mercari, they have FedEx agreements, they have USPS agreements. Poshmark has USPS agreements. eBay does not have a shipping advantage. I cannot believe that is true. They have an agreement with Pitney Bowes, and somehow the collective millions and millions of packages that we send doesn't get us a special deal. We can get the same deal that they have without eBay. In fact, PayPal.com/shipnow, I don't know if you guys use that, already has a similar discount to the eBay Power Seller one. So it's really sad. Gretchen, thanks for stopping by. What's up, Posh? Yeah, Monica is awesome. She comes to the local one with me. She was able to speak publicly a few times. She was able to interview Guy Raz on stage in front of a camera. So that's very cool. I'm glad. Hopefully, Monica's coming out of her shell a little bit. She did great. And they're really trying to highlight some of the sellers that have been around for a long time, the OG sellers. So it was great to see her get some actual FaceTime on stage. What's up, Jenny girl? Yeah, I agree. Paul, do you know how we can look at their statement and see how much money they're making off of shipping? Because it has to be a lot. I can't believe that they're not passing any of that discount to us. Okay, so first of all, they don't have a discount on shipping for us, which is crazy. They don't have guaranteed shipping is slower than Prime. Prime is like, it's going to arrive in about 2 days. Guaranteed shipping is, it's going to arrive slower than Prime. You might as well still order on Amazon. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. It's not really, it doesn't really make sense to me, guaranteed shipping, because I don't want to try to figure out guaranteed shipping by when. It's confusing to me. Like, how do you even know what that means? Their return policy is now simplified to 5 different things. I think they should just say, you can return anything for any reason, except for these. You can return almost anything for any reason. Asterisks, here's a little bit of fine print. That'd be easier for me to understand as a buyer. Instead of 70 return policies, now we have 5. I still don't know what that means as a consumer. It's confusing. Wow. So Ashley is using PayPal shipping to ship internationally first class because she can't directly on eBay. That's really sad. Prime is lightning fast. It's crazy. Josh, what's up? Oh, wow. Paul's saying they're not providing that level of detail in their financial statements. I don't know, though. Maybe I can ask to find out. They're definitely not going to tell me. That's probably a huge revenue source. So Posh is saying that she thinks eBay is looked at as old and slow. Not only does it look at it old and slow, it's looked at as old, slow, and male. I don't know if you guys know that, but eBay is primarily men. They're really struggling with millennials and females on the platform. So I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that it was more heavily male influenced. Did you guys know that? I didn't feel that. I thought eBay was like whoever was looking for a good deal. When I think eBay, I think cheaper than Amazon, but you don't know when you're going to get it. That's my feeling when I buy something on eBay. I'm like, I don't know when this person's going to ship it. Maybe they have a hobby store and they ship once a week. I don't know when I'm going to get it, but it's $5 cheaper than Amazon, and I don't need it right away. That's true. They made it. They call it free returns instead of our return policy is solid. Just add a customer asked for a shipping for. Oh yeah, that's true. Connie got a return because she didn't get it within time. That makes sense. And since we don't have any control over the carriers like Amazon, I don't know how we can do that, because Amazon literally, I've had packages arrive in the same day from Amazon. Yeah, Mo is right. There's no reason why eBay is not passing that discount to us at least a little bit. And they also said this: 47% of people use eBay shipping labels, which means 53% of people do not use eBay for shipping. That's crazy. So Paul, I think you and I could figure out that it's cheaper to pass on a discount to the customers and have 100% of people use eBay shipping. That would probably net you more money. So I don't understand what their deal is right now, unless they have some crazy grandfathered contract in place. Wow. Nikki said that there was an article saying that to succeed as a woman on eBay, act like you are a male. That doesn't surprise me. I act like a woman on Poshmark. My picture is a royalty-free picture of a woman, and it did not increase my sales. My sales are the same. I also did not share one item while I was gone, and I still had 40 sales. So that's lower than my normal. I normally have, I talked about with Ashley earlier, I had about 8 sales a day. I normally have 15 to 20. So not sharing really hurts your closet. It is what it is. Is it male? Yeah, it's mostly male shoppers and male sellers. Actually, I don't know if it's mostly male sellers, but it's mostly male shoppers. Do I have a recommendation for shipping besides eBay shipping labels? Yes, I'm going to start using stamps.com this week. Stamps.com and ShipStation. Wow, Can't Stop Shaving had same day Prime delivery. They have Prime Now here, which is 1 hour. You only use eBay shipping with their FedEx rates. Wow, that's incredible. No, Paul, they're for sure getting a rebate. They're not dumb. Like they ship more packages than anyone except for Amazon. You're a millennial and eBay sends you coupons, but you don't use it. See, that's not good, guys. We want millennials are going to grow up to be adults, so I want them to. I technically am still a millennial, but I'm definitely still a child. Let's see. To be successful, you have to be ageless and gender neutral. I think that most of the people I saw that were successful on eBay are actually women, for the most part. I think that the people who shop on eBay are more male focused because younger women don't care about eBay as much because it's not cool. But I actually asked the CEO that question because I had a huge issue with the CEO never being in a picture with sellers. It's like you're the CEO of a company with millions of sellers, but your Instagram is just photographs of your scenery. Like, shouldn't you just have one picture with you and an eBay seller? Just one picture. You're a professional photographer. Let's just get one picture in there. Anyway, so he was available during eBay Open. Now there's lots of pictures of him floating around. But I just want him to focus on younger people, and it's not really a young platform. And when I asked him, "Hey, Devin," I shook his hand. My picture, remember the picture on my Instagram where I said I talked to him and everything is fixed now? I said, "What are we going to do to get the young people to use eBay?" And he said, "Advertising." Fair enough. I don't know what that's not that specific, but he wants to do advertising to get young people to do it. Let's see here. Have I heard of Bonanza? Yeah, Bonanza, I get a sale every couple days. Do I post the same inventory to Posh and eBay for the most part, unless it's hard goods? What's up, Paul? Paul, I sent you an email on DM on Instagram, by the way. Yeah, Mike Olson is the bomb. Millennials sell on Poshmark, Depop, and Grail. That's true for clothing. They're buying on Amazon. It's true. The biggest clothing seller is Amazon Basics. That's really sad, but that's true. You just invested in property to flip. Awesome. Flipping property is the best. High ASP. So when I asked what is the best, because I want to make $5 million off of eBay, so I posted like, what's the easiest way to make $5 million on eBay? I posted that question and somebody emailed me, sell something for $5 million that you got for free. So I don't know how to do that, but that's really, really, really good advice. There's not a more straightforward way to do it than that. It's not late here. It's only 8 p.m. Let's see. You just invested in kids don't care about eBay or Facebook. It's true. Um, if you get luxury designer clothing, uh, I don't know if that's true. I have a friend that sells luxury goods on Amazon. He does very well. So I think people trust Amazon. Amazon's more of a store experience. Yeah, it's Pacific Standard Time. So Paul, I don't know if you're taking any if you're doing any normal work or if you're just selling legit like full time. I know you're full time reselling, but I'm not sure if you have any actual clients for work. So if you do, if not, just shoot me an email, chris@dailyrefinement.com. I'll shoot you the details for the call. Mo too, I know that hopefully you're more settled now in Sacramento. If you want to join the calls again, let me know too. Do you use the business model of the company named after their kids? I do not. The store that I am modeling is called Shop Material World. So I recommend you guys pick a store and then just copy it. What's the point of trying to invent something that's already been made by somebody? There's somebody that already has the model that you want on eBay. It would be cool to see a strategic advertising campaign. They were like, well, they asked me like, how would I get the millennials? And I was like, if I was in control of eBay's budget, what I would do is I would have Kevin Hart open an eBay store and sell his stuff on eBay for no fees. That seems like extremely logical. Kevin Hart's stuff's probably worth a fortune because he's super hot right now and he has a really, really young audience, right? If he were to open an eBay store, it'd be bananas. You'd probably have 100,000 kids open up an eBay store in 1 second. If he just sold something, that would be pretty straightforward. So I would get an influencer like that to do it instead of these commercials that are confusing to me. The commercials that they have right now are like, did you check eBay? And I don't know if that works. Like, I'm not going to check eBay. I'm just going to check Amazon, which is better and faster, right? I'm not going to check it if it's slower and worse. But if somebody cool were to use it, then I would check eBay. So I don't know. I think that they're doing it the wrong way. Will Smith too. Yeah, Will Smith would be amazing. Well, you know what? Devin actually has in my opinion, he's really a strong speaker and very real. He doesn't talk though. I don't see him on social media talking at all. And he's really down to earth. Like when we said that, hey, there's a lot of glitches with eBay and it really sucks. What is your opinion? He said, it's totally unacceptable. And we've been doing some reorganization in the company because of it, which means he's like firing people or hiring new people to fix the problem. He doesn't it's an eyesore for him. He doesn't want glitches on the website. So this is real. Like, he didn't come up with some corporate speak. He just said it's unacceptable. I think Kanye has an older audience than Kylie Jenner or Kevin Hart or The Rock. Yeah. The Real is selling celebrity luxury items. Yeah, I agree. eBay is a little bit behind it. They're a little old school. If every broke kid in Appalachian is it Appalachian Mountains or Appalachian Mountains? Appalachian. Lachin. They need some young hip sports players. Something. They need younger people to sell on eBay. That's it. I don't think we need commercials. We just need people who flip stuff. eBay should. They did. They've been acknowledging Gary Vee from the beginning. He's spoken at eBay Open. My closet. You can remember when they had a store open. That was one of the coolest parts of eBay Open, was when they talked about Akron and how Akron is totally horrible, like, and destroyed because they used to make tires and now they don't make anything. So it's really poor. That's where LeBron grew up, and they went there and they partnered with a bunch of small businesses to help them get off the ground. Very, very cool. You guys should check into that on eBay's main site. I don't necessarily want Kanye to open an eBay store. He would just talk about himself more, and we already know how cool he thinks he is. Posh pays YouTubers to make closets. Hey, now you can kind of get an idea of why I'm making this super bougie closet for YouTube. You have no idea why you watch her, but I do. I mean, yeah, this is my closet's blowing up right now because it's a closet clear out. Did you guys know on Poshmark, if you have a $200 or more item and you discount during closet clear out, they pay for shipping. So it says, Chris just reduced the price on these Tom Ford pants, free shipping for the next 6 hours. So I think that's really cool. They actually subsidize that. Megan Reed. Megan's cool. I don't know too much about Megan, but I did finally meet her. Megan's pretty cool. She's very cool. A bunch of them went to Magic Mike in Vegas. So if you guys are still watching, please hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. So I don't know if this is it's probably inappropriate, but a bunch of the women went to Magic Mike during eBay Open, and I was like, instead of going to Magic Mike, I will do a private striptease for you. But not a single person was interested in that. So maybe it's inappropriate, but I think it's very kind of me to offer that service, but nobody wanted that. Nobody wanted that. They should fund a reality TV show of flippers that sell stuff on eBay. They've had that. They have the Thrift Hunters. There's like Storage Wars. They already have shows like that. On Closet Clear Out, is it our price drop? It's the lowest historical price is how you get the Closet Clear Out price. I know, right? Nobody wanted the private striptease at all. But I didn't have anybody say it was inappropriate, right? I was worried about getting in trouble for offering such a service, but no one cared. No one cared. Did they talk about hype? No, they did not. They did not talk about hype. Right? Aaron would pay for it. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Also, I do. No, they didn't talk about Hypebeast streetwear, but that is a good model. And the people who do Hypebeast streetwear, I think, is under a few thousand people. It's a very, very, very small niche. So they didn't have anybody talking about it. That's true. It's not inappropriate for Vegas. That's true. If I talked about it here, I don't know if that live would have anybody on it, but maybe I'll do a naked live one day. I gotta start working out before I do that. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. It's been a long time. I'm gonna get off. I gotta build some shelves. I'm turning my very manly closet into a very effeminate closet on Poshmark. On eBay, it's going to stay the same, though, because no one cares about how pretty your store is. But on Poshmark, it matters. I'm going to paint these rose gold, and it's going to be beautiful. All right, guys, have a great night. Please like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Take care.